It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Travel and Cruise Industry News this morning. This is, of course, the 7th day of August 2022. 80,000 tourists trapped in China's Hawaii. That's the story. We'll get to it in just a second. Today is National Purple Heart Day, folks. Normally we talk about a National Food Day or a National Animal Day. Today's National Purple Heart Day. It's a particularly poignant day for me, as my father was a disabled veteran from World War II. He had total and permanent loss of 3 limbs. He was awarded the Purple Heart in 1943 or 44. I can't remember the year. Maybe it's 44. But anyway, he was awarded the Purple Heart. Just recently, when my son was here earlier in the summer, I gave, with my health issues, I gave him my dad's Purple Heart and his other medals. So they're now in Jason's safekeeping. But anyway, National Purple Heart Day. So if you know anybody, folks, that's gotten a Purple Heart, it doesn't matter if it was from World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, any of the conflicts that this country has been involved in over the years. Just give them a little thumbs up and a thank you today. I'd appreciate that. All right. Top story again, 80,000 tourists trapped in China's Hawaii. We're going to talk about that in just a second, right after a word from one of our network sponsors. By the way, if you're listening via the podcast, you can always access it on my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from, like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any of the big hitters. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News. And up pops the fat travel guy. All right. Over 80,000 tourists are stranded in a resort city popularly known as China's Hawaii after a COVID flare-up led authorities to impose strict travel restrictions. Public transportation was suspended, and people's movements inside the city were restricted from early yesterday. All flights out of the city were canceled over the weekend, and authorities also halted train ticket sales. All those currently in Sanya, as well as people who have been in the city since July the 23rd, were not allowed to leave Hainan province after 6 p.m. last night. Tourists who want to leave must test negative in 5 PCR tests over 7 days, according to health authorities. Hotels in the cities have been asked to offer guests a 50% discount until travel restrictions ease, an official said during a press briefing yesterday. China is the only major economy still holding fast to a zero COVID strategy, with snap lockdowns and long quarantines battering local tourism. The country's borders have also remained largely closed since early 2000. And this is what things are looking like in Sanya, Hainan province. And then after the lockdown yesterday, this was the main street. The country's borders have remained largely closed since early 2000, halting international tourism. The latest COVID outbreak comes during peak tourism season in Sanya, a popular surfing spot known for its sandy beaches, tropical forests, and high-end hotels. All entertainment venues, including spas, karaoke bars, and pubs, have been closed since during the week. but essential services such as supermarkets and pharmacies remain open. Tourism's hotspot Sanya is a city of more than 1 million people on the southern island of Hainan. It recorded 827 cases between August 1st and midnight yesterday, including 240 confirmed cases, 173 asymptomatic infections yesterday. There were 483 cases reported today. Authorities have said that they detected the highly transmissible Omicron 5A5.1.3 subvariant in the outbreak, which they believe was spread to the island by a contact with overseas seafood dealers in Sanya's Yasu fishing port. Hainan's provincial authorities on Saturday also announced province-wide nucleic acid testing for its population of 10 million, as cases have been reported in other parts of the island. Another city in Hainan, Tanzhou, announced partial lockdown measures for its roughly 1 million residents on yesterday afternoon, according to an official bulletin, while authorities in Qinghai City on Sunday announced a raft of measures, closing most non-essential businesses and ordering its 500,000 residents to stay home unless necessary, effective yesterday. The latest measures come as China's economy struggles under the stringent zero COVID policy, in which it aims to suppress the spread of infection via lockdowns, mass testing, and tough border procedures. These are tough times, folks. I still want to travel. I still believe in travel. But you have to be willing to expect the worst at times. Just keep that in mind if you've got travel planned in the near future, as I do. So, those of you that have followed me know that I'll be going on a cruise here in a couple more weeks on the Norwegian Sky. I come home for a week for some doctor's appointments, turn around and go back to Miami and getting on Symphony of the Seas on September 10th. If you're going to be on, if any of you are on either one of those ships, let me know. So that's it for our breaking news for today. As always, folks, when things happen like this, I get it to you as quickly as I possibly can. I'll stay on top of this and all other stories throughout the day today. If not, I'll see everybody back for our regularly scheduled broadcast at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday. That's it for today. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully we'll all get together soon on the high seas. This is the old fat travel guy. Have a fabulous day. I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.